this video, as compared to the other ones I've done so far, this is going to be a bit complicated and a bit layered because kind of connected or byproduct of my last video about that thing, COVID and all this stuff, kind of connected. Still, it's got a few layers, and I was wondering actually how to do it because those layers, I was like, should I make several videos? But mostly when I do these videos, considering I'm into so many things, I haven't really gotten around to really like editing stuff and this and that. So why do I just go with the flow? So thoughts come to my mind and I'm like, okay, let's get to it. For me, it's like letting it out, sharing with you all, and if it may do a thing or two to help anyone, that matters more than the rest of the blah blah blah. Wait till I get a gazillion dollar deal with Netflix, then. Now, the last video when I made about kind of now that's where it gets confusing, kind of funny way of connecting that stuff to the stuff I'm going to be talking about today. But that's the thing, is that stuff I'm going to be talking about today is what goes on behind that stuff. The thing is, what I'm going to be talking about today is one of the things, keywords for this is going to be one of the things I'm very interested in, the subjects, metaphysics. Now this is one of the things, like how can I talk about it without talking about it? Like today I'm going to be using as a reference. Like, shall I make another video talking about metaphysics so people will get an idea what metaphysics is? Not sure. So I'm going to be touching it. I'm going to give a bit of idea what it exactly is. So may help. It includes metaphysics. It includes the concept of divinity, God. It includes the concept of however you want to refer to it, Satan, devil. But all in a metaphysical context. I'm not going to be talking about in any religious context. Even if I'm going to be talking about God, I'm not going to be labeling him. And again, yeah, I am a theist as compared to atheist. I'm not as such religious. I'm more spiritual and as it is, more metaphysical mindset. Nothing as such, I'm not sure. Some people are like, maybe you don't know the exact concept of metaphysics. It's same thing, it's just that without any of religious connections to it, or labels and this and that. I'm not going to be preaching here, that's the irony. So metaphysics is physics, this is physics. As I say, matter, atom and la 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 is physics. What's inside it? The soul. Brain is physics. What's in the brain is not physics. What's in those brain cells is not physics. I'm a human, flesh and blood. I'm using some mode of communication with your souls. So do you. To the medium that is not human. First the phone, then the internet. It goes to my laptop, then the internet, and that's not flesh and blood. That's not physics. That's so-called technology. So these are the differences. So I'm physics, but my soul, what's in that brain, how I connect with the physical world around me. Where what's in the brain is not physics. What's in the brain cells is not physics. What goes in your mind or in the mind, you know where the mind is exactly, is not physics. The thoughts that run through your mind is not physics. So same way metaphysics is like, I look around and like, what is this? Oxygen, can you feel it? That's not chemical. So it's not exactly physics. I know, a bit of weird stuff today. But that's the thing. So concept of God in a way, not non-religious context, to me, I'm not into that theory of evolution as per as a theory. I'm not into that stuff. I believe in God. I believe in the Creator. Somehow, for some reason, I do. So it's for those people. If you're not into that stuff, please feel free to be here. Feel free to leave. Why I'm saying all that, considering what's it got to do with COVID and autism and this and that, but that's the point here. Like I said, what goes on behind. In that video I talked about arguments, tensions, frustrations and stuff. So that's what is frustration, what is stress, what is tension. And that video I made because I've been seeing that thing only boiling up for last 1 month. Post after post I've been seeing by people, especially in those groups about all dimensions of this, and that's the thing. So it's like COVID/autism. So how are those things connected? But they are all paradigms, all the angles of it. Have you got SP partner? Have you got SP child? Have you got SP female or male? It's all variables and they matter. They are connected. So the same way, that's the thing. So I've been seeing that thing boiling up and I made that video. So like, what's SP got to do with male and female? A whole lot, because that's variable. It's a connected variable, relative, and as relevant. So the thing is, when I said that stuff, actually the camera seems a bit too close. Said that stuff, a bit too far, sorry. Sensory. The thing is that I think about the, and like I said, even at time now and then, these kind of situations with my wife, and then before I didn't realize I would go some separate room and stuff, and unconsciously giving myself a space, unconsciously and reluctantly, because I wouldn't want to be away from her, yet I have to, and out of temperament and stuff. I'm going to be in a separate room. I move my laptop, my phone, everything with me, and this, and I'll be doing things, and then the thought process won't stop. And my way of thinking is a bit, I think, different as may have appeared or reflected in my videos. Meanwhile, I'll be thinking about things. Now, I'm not sure how many of you would be able to relate with that. I'll be thinking about things, thought will run through my mind. On one hand, I'll be having ego boost, ego issue, well, she should be the one coming here, it wasn't my fault, and la 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 la. And I'm recalling whatever happened and stuff. Where did it start from? Where did it go wrong? What made sense? What didn't make sense and stuff like that. No, no, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. She got it wrong. She misunderstood. La 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 la. I'm the man. Blah. But next thing the thought was like, man, come on, you're a man, then be a man and go on. That's another side of it. That's the irony. Showing your weaknesses isn't like you're weak. End of the day, all the muscles isn't immortality. Isn't in being invincible. Isn't being so-called untouchable. End of the day, we are flesh and blood. So then I'm like, no, go on and give her a hug. Maybe whatever. And I was like, yeah, things went wrong, and how did they go wrong? Like I said in my last video, I realized that it was just the way things are. And these things keep happening now and then. Again, as much as I try to keep it, someone slip out, and anything could trigger it. That's the problem. Anything. Me being rather a bit sensitive to tones, voices, expressions, face expressions, vocal expressions, words, anything, any word. So it's not what you think it is. It's not what it seems to be. It's more about what's going on behind what it seems to be, behind the scene or behind the screen. So I realized, no, it's not that. Like same thing in a different environment could have been a very constructive, positive, productive, la 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 conversation. At the same time, when those thoughts are into my mind, I go on, let go of it. Come on, man. She's done so much for you. Has she not? Why are you there in the first place? Why are you together? And at the same time, the thing would be running in my mind, which one is the good voice in my head? Which one is the bad voice? Which one is divinity, God, peace, love is talking? Which one is evil? The one that's saying that I should go and hug her, the one that's saying that so she should come and hug me or apologize, la la la, humble, surrender, la la la. Which one? Now the irony is here I'm talking about like straight couple relationship. It could be in all kind of relationships. That's the irony. If you're to go about all those kind of genders and sexual orientation and stuff, again, that's the thing. You're a man but you feel like a woman. You're a woman but you feel like a man. All that stuff. But that's where it matters. That's where like all those muscles haven't solved the problems in the world. Have they? I mean, they also have their limits. I remember the scene from Expendables, one of the film, when they're trying to, the one with Van Damme in there, and they're trying to keep a door open so to get something done, and they're struggling with all their muscles. I'm losing it. I'm about to lose it. So all the muscles in the world. I mean, there was how many muscles? 2 men doing that. Muscle men. 2 men doing it. I mean, that's real muscle men portraying it and saying, at the end of the day, you are only flesh and blood. So then that's where it is. So when I was talking about Satan and devil, and I realized that's the thing, that's what was going on. He's trying to create division between us. He's trying to mess us up, and that's what his game. That's the name of his game. And knowing that he's the mastermind, I'm nothing to them. I mean, personally, my opinion, I'm mere mortal, human, flesh and blood. They are the mastermind. Angels are the mastermind of their game. Devil is the mastermind of his game. I'm nothing. I mean, no matter as much as I'm so-called greatest creation, same time I'm nothing to them. But then they are nothing to God either. But that's why I think I have to humble down. Okay, yeah, calm down. It's like, that's what I refer to it, and analogically speaking, I refer to it facing the sandstorm. Or any kind of flood, fire, you don't mess with it. You back off. So that's where you've got to know that all the muscles in the bristles are nothing. So you don't mess with it. Don't know. Flood, all the muscles can't stop. All the manpower in the world can't stop flood. Look around you. Fire, they don't. So then you gotta humble down to it. Then and that's the thing is, now I'm gonna get to another stage. Okay, I'll deal with. I'm like, oh. And that's what happens. I go to I'm not sure how many of you try to go and make peace, picture of you make peace, initiate a conversation and try to solve the issues. You go and try to work things out. The thing is, it doesn't work. I mean, I've seen comments and posts and stuff where these things happen. No matter how much you try to communicate, it don't work. And that's the thing. I'm not saying break up. Just like last video I said, let go, let go, let go. Just like last video I said that video, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth the beautiful relationship you're having. It's not worth the beautiful partner you have, the beautiful life you have, the love you have. It's not worth it. Don't let it destroy that. And that's the thing. So, I mean, I try. I just let go then. No, it's not getting anywhere. No matter what, no matter what, no matter what, it's not getting. Because, and that's when I realized it's not that. Something occurred to me. I'm not sure there's the concept of, and as well as a film, War Room. Actually, a Christian film. Just got curious about it. Someone referred it, watched it, and it was kind of funny. I came up with it before watching the film. I said to my wife, "Isn't that what I was talking about? That's the thing. I'm not your enemy. You're not my enemy. The enemy is somewhere else." Not being funny. I'm a metalhead. That's a different thing. The enemy is somewhere else. The devil is trying, and that's the name of his game. Destruction, no matter what. And don't. That's the thing. That's what we got to realize. Not to take it personal. He does it to everyone. So no matter how much I try to work out, no, it doesn't work out. And then I realize, no, that's when I like, no, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Yeah, as many times I've said, many times more than that, I keep things run to my mind. I let go, I let go. All right. Like that. So this is not what I meant. That's a metaphysical word. It's like when I'm talking about God, the Creator, so Godish, whatever. But not in religious. I haven't used any label. I prefer not to use labels anyway. But when I talk about it, I try to understand how God works. Who is God? What is God? So this is how I realize how devil works. I'm not trying to. It's not mythical devil. It's not religious devil. La 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 la. It's not that. It's the devil that's between us. That's trying to create tension. I mean, that's why I'm seeing nowadays all over the place. Saw a woman talking about feminism and stuff and saying that we should have the right to not like men. I said, okay, don't like it, don't like it. What's the point of making some dance about it? And someone said that, don't you see the aggression and violence against women? I said, well, at the moment, who isn't it against? Who is not against aggression and violence? BLM, LGBT stuff, women, disabled people with disabilities, autistics above all, as it is in America. It's all over the news at the moment, strangely for once, because it's not the first time it happened, and I've put them in the articles happening all over the world, especially in the first world countries. Oh my. Who is not against? And you just choose, and irony is, when we talk about BLM, then we say Black Lives Matter, we don't say White Lives Matter, all lives matter. That's the irony, that's the problem, that's where equalness gets off the equation. And that's what I mean by here. So when we talk about so much on this side, we forget that the balance is going a bit on that side. Now, one of the things was, I can't remember, it was actually transsexual or what. One of the comment posts I made, a police officer got offended by an autistic person asking the gender. Now, I don't know the details exactly. What happened, was that kid really sarcastic? Don't know. It wasn't put there. But that's the thing, when you're talking about them, their rights, the kid has the right to, and has a disability. Autistics have the thing of being a bit blunt. I mean, I'll be wondering, so many times I just let go of it, because if I were to ask a gender, would that be a problem? Oh no, you asking my gender? La 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 la. So this is where I see the evil. So that woman, when she went about feminism, she realized, okay, women's right, but then where's men's right? Are men not being raped? Are men not being murdered? And there's no violence against men? The autistic kid in States, police use violence against it. Oh, it's 13 something years old. So that's where I see it. So when I that's exactly the way it's been me and my wife, or you all your partners, are like, I'm a man, she should come to me and apologize to me and humble down to me, surrender to me, it's not my fault, it's her fault. Big issue. Too much for the love, too much to ask for. Think about it. How's that? That's when I see the concept, that's when I mentioned the concept of devil. And I went to her, like, that's the thing. He tries to use you against me, and he tries to get to me through you. He's finding wherever I can find a loophole, weakling, or this or that. And I have weaknesses, you have weaknesses. We are mere mortals, flesh and blood. He tries to get to us. Somehow tries to get to you through me, or to me through you. I need to know when it is. I need to know. Is this argument worth it? Shall we just let go of it? For now. Or for now, maybe for a bit more. Knowing we've been locked down, whole world has been locked down for months now. And there's so much chaos going on, so much mess going on, so much disorder and stuff. And among that, you should realize it's not, the enemy is not us. Enemy is somewhere else. And you're not my enemy, I'm not your enemy. What made you think I'd be your enemy? Why? Why? What do you matter? Why should you matter to me above all if you were to take things so personal? Why should you even matter to me? For you to be my enemy. Why shouldn't it be about, no, we're not enemies. If I'm straight, I'm not against LGBTs. If I'm a man, I'm not against women. I don't have to love myself. I don't have to hate you in order to love myself. So many things are like, I'm not sure I made sense. There's so many concepts I put together here, and there's something I wanted to say what was behind that video. What was it? Well, and considering, like I said, somewhere I said, like, I think a lot. And somehow it gets processed this way. And helps me understand things. Yeah, to see what's going on behind the scenes. To try to work things out. Is it what it looks like? As there is, nothing is what it looks like. But then, what is it? Try to understand. And maybe in the name of so-called peace, too much chaos in the world, especially as of now. Go and have lots of love. Share and spread a lots of love. Just know that the difference where and who the enemy really is. It could be in a human form, that's another question, but still. How do you know? Until you know. Are you being judgmental? Because you don't know for sure, until you know for sure. How's that? Well, I think now I'm getting a bit lost in the track. Though I'm still not, but I think I'm getting a bit too much that way, considering that picture I posted there. But I hope I made the point. Give me your feedbacks, and yes, do whatever, comment. As long as you're intending to have peaceful conversation and debate. As long as you are. As you're just here for hate for the sake of hate, then you would be. But as long as you're here, criticize, comment, discuss, converse, let your curiosities out.